stuff that could have been talked about.
Right. Well,
And maybe more on the commentary. They do talk a lot more about it. I didn't get to finish the commentary. The lady doing it was just...
This is the Grindhouse Podcast. We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Podcast. I am your host, Cheese Film, and I am joined with a dancer
perennial.
in the dark, Mr. Hecubus.
Yeah, you need to see me in the dark dancing, so that you can't see nothing.
And of course, man in the cameras is Mr. Randy Official.
Officially, Randy Official.
Officially,
beep, beep,
he's been promoted officially to Official Randy.
That's my last name. Beep, beep, boop.
Alrighty, but we are talking about a dancer in the dark, a very specific dancer, Bjork.
Bjork from
The dancer.
I was looking up her last name. I think I figured out how to say it too, but it's like that long. She's got an Icelandic name. Let's just put it like that. From 2000. The year 2000.
2000, directed and written by Lars von Trier.
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 That's what I'm pretty sure it is.
And of course, starring Bjork, Catherine Deneuve, David Morse, Peter Stormare, and Joel Grey.
Right. And like I had to look up. I knew Catherine Deneuve's name, stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever seen anything with her in it. I've only ever heard her talked about. Because I guess she's the crap of French cinema.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she worked with Francois Truffaut, too, and stuff like that. I'm like, still didn't know anything she's ever been in.
Renowned detective Francois Truffaut.
I think you're thinking of...
her girl.
all right,
Pierrot, the Agatha Christie. I was making a joke on that.
But I have seen the house that Jack built, that Lars von Trier probably wrote that one, too.
I think he writes
directed it.
Every movie he does.
I think so, too. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
He's an artsy-fartsy guy.
This is an art house movie.
Yeah, it is. It's a, what's that called? It's a indie-style movie.
Yeah.
But the house that Jack built was okay. Oh, what's his name? Matt. Big 80s guy. Matt.
Reeves.
Nope. What the heck is his name?
80s guy by the name of Matt?
Yeah, he plays a serial killer. And the end of the movie is awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome. So, yeah, you should check that out. And it is very artsy-fartsy, too. But David Morse is a alumni of the Grindhouse Podcast.
Yeah?
He was the guy that let the virus out in 12 Monkeys.
Yes.
He's also in The Rock, Contact, and Desperate Hours, which we should do.
Desperate Hours of The Rock.
Okay. I meant specifically Desperate Hours.
He's also in House.
Yeah, he is in House at the beginning. Yeah,
He's the kind of the antagonist of the first
he's totally
season.
the antagonist.
But is he, or is it just House being a jerk?
I think he's both. House is a jerk, but Peter Stormare, too, who's the guy from Seinfeld who needs the holes, is like, where's the electrical outlet? He's like, what are you talking about? The holes to plug it in. He's also in the Lost World Jurassic Park. The Big Lebowski.
So he's also a alumni.
He's the nihilist running around with the scissors in the dream. And Joel Grey, who I've seen, most recently I saw him in Law and Order: Criminal Intent, where he plays a super paranoid mob boss kind of guy. He was the first guest star of the first Muppet Show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
I didn't know that.
That's weird.
Huh. What small world.
He was also the Wizard of Oz in the very first Broadway production of Wicked.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That is cool. It also stars Stellan Skarsgård. I shouldn't say stars, but I was like, holy cow, this has got a lot of...
It's got a lot of names in it.
Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård. Well, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Then he's going to be... He looks like in Ronin.
Uh-huh.
So it's right around that era. And Udo Kier makes basically a cameo.
But this movie is a tragedy. It's a psychological tragedy.
It's a musical psychological tragedy.
It's a musical psychological tragedy.
And I mean musical in the strictest sense of the word. They break out into song. and do a song about the story.
And they, well, it kind of fits too because she's a cast in the musical they're doing for The Sound of Music.
Right.
So it never really felt out of place to me either for this to be narratively
It's just weird.
musically inclined.
Right. And, all right, so you first said we're doing this movie, and it's a recommendation.
It is a recommendation.
And I compared it to, it's going to be, I did not want to watch this movie and put it off. And I compared it to that music movie. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
That has a non-actor playing a mentally challenged person, and it just looks like they're making fun of mentally challenged people.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
Like
going to
punch
be
them down.
a pretentious piece of crap like that, and man, I like this movie.
You did like this movie?
Yeah, it was very depressing,
It's a dark story.
but it was good, and I really didn't expect much from Bjork, and she did sometimes that kind of. She could have stopped doing that, but she did a very good job.
Yeah.
She did a really good job. She's up to the caliber of Stellan Skarsgård and all the other people she's in this with.
So I am not very familiar with Bjork, really, at all.
No, I remember when the Sugar Cubes came out, and this guy in high school was a big fan. I think he only liked them because they were new, and
He's that kind of guy.
you're kind of told to like them, but they suck.
Wow.
And well, 2 of these songs appear on Bjork's greatest hits.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so she
I
does
don't know
have a
which
music
two.
by credit.
She has a music by credit. Lyrics. She's the singer, by the way, of the Sugar Cube or whatever. She's a singer,
Yeah.
and
Got a pretty voice.
Lars and somebody else wrote the words. That was what I thought was the weirdest.
Huh.
And if you listen to the music, you could tell that someone that might not have been a musician did it because it's not that great. The music for those songs, I don't think is that great.
Uh-huh.
But it kind of has an overture at the beginning too,
So
and that was really weird. I'm like, this is going to be exactly what I thought.
you borrowed my comment. You borrowed my
Yeah.
thing. Did you watch the commentary on it?
No, I watched the movie. You do reviews of the commentary.
Well, so what I'll do is I'll watch it first, and then I'll watch the commentary,
Right.
and then go off of that. But if I don't have enough time, I'll just watch the commentary because I
Right.
find
You
the
get both.
stories about how it's basically coming to life really interesting as
Sure.
I'm watching the movie
Sure.
come to life. But there's a guy on the commentary who painted
That stuff
those
at the
paintings
beginning.
in the beginning, and he's like, I wanted to tell the story. You're watching the story in these paintings.
I'm like this. I bet this is some kind of stupid frickin' thing where this is the story. And you know what? You don't get that. Let me tell you got to really stretch to do that.
If you listen to him kind of talk about it as you're seeing them, dissolve into each other, you can see what he's talking about because, like,
I don't
she loses her vision
yeah.
in this, right? So you see it's a nice big open paintings, and as they go on, they get more big blotchy spots in them, and to where there's just you can't really tell what's going on anymore.
You can't tell what's going on at the beginning of them.
No, but you get a feeling.
No, man. I'm telling you.
You did not.
If you go into this movie thinking it's going to be an artsy-fartsy, pretentious movie, I thought that. I'm like, I bet this is supposed to be something that goes along with the narrative, like what it did.
Yeah.
But you don't get. One of them looks like blood cells. How does
Well,
that
like-
enter into it?
Because, like, when the eyes start going and they get damage in them, sometimes they get these splots in there that just cover your vision. It's not straight up, what's that called? Where the eye gets cloudy. But, like, there's literal...
Cataracts, yeah.
Yeah, it's not cataracts, but it's literal big dark spots in your vision now.
Uh-huh.
So, literally, like how that painting was, it would just look like a big blood spot that you're looking out of.
Well, no, it looked like a blood cell. It looked like somebody was painting a blood cell. Anyway, they were pretty cool paintings, though.
I really like the paintings.
They were pretty
I'm a
cool.
sucker for oil paintings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
especially when they're abstract and
Yeah.
you can see something in it that's not
Yeah.
supposed to be seen.
And I mostly like that kind of stuff because I cannot do it. So I'm impressed by it. You know what I mean? It's not like the same as dancing, which I can't do and don't care about. Mm-hmm. I do care about that.
I'm fiddling a little bit with oil paintings.
That's cool.
Trying to learn how to do it. There's one out in the foyer. It's terrible. It's horrible. And then I've got another one that I'm more proud of, but it's hard. It's very hard. Right. And like,
I'm sure your ambition is overshadowing your technique.
Yeah,
you know, your talent. You think, well, I could do that. And then you start doing it and you're like, I can't do this.
Because like Vincent van Gogh is known for his oil paintings.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it, you're like, wow, that's not really anything. I can do that. I can
like
do this.
Starry Night.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just swirling colors.
Yeah, right.
But then you actually try to do it, and it's not.
No.
It's not. And Vincent van Gogh was not even well liked in his time. It wasn't until way after, when he died, that he got appreciated, which sucks, because he's one of my favorite artists, because he... Exactly what I'm talking about here is that he puts, like, each of his lines are, like, abstract in their own way. Mm-hmm. You can see the vase of sunflowers, but the closer you get to it, you can't really make it out until you take your step back
like
and
Monet.
see the full thing. Yeah. But anyway, back to this.
Yeah. Because what's his name? Von Trier, he's a pretty... I would say guy. This is art film style, you know what I mean?
I got the impression, because I haven't seen anything else he's done. Uh-huh. And on the commentary, they were like, well, he couldn't even get funding for this until the last movie he did before this one actually blew up.
Yeah, I guess he... I had the name of it right on top of my head, but I had never seen it, and I had never heard of it. But this was... he did get funding for it, and it won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. Oh, it's not... nothing to shake a stick at.
It's also got a $12.5 million budget.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that went. Because
Bjork wanted $12 million.
I think she did this for a favor. Like, she wasn't...
Well, she was originally only going to do the music, and he talked her into being in it. They hate each other, and she said, I'll never do acting again.
So when she's recently been in something I heard of too.
Yeah, she did.
But she took a giant break because it just was so.
Yeah, and there was another one that came out around the same time that she had already filmed.
Uh-huh.
But her experience with this, I guess she accused him of sexual harassment and everything.
There are controversies.
And this guy seems like. People say like, well, he's an artist, he's eccentric and that kind of stuff. So she's probably right.
No, yeah.
Well, hang on. She delayed. Hang on. I wrote. Oh, she was known to say, "Mr. Von Trier, I despise you," and spit on him each morning before shooting. They did not get along, and she did not like him at all.
But so your first reaction to this was that you liked it. You were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was. You had mentioned, too, that they do a little cinema verite, shaky cam kind of stuff, and it is a little too much.
It got me a little motion sick.
Yeah, and there's way too many close-ups, which you find a lot of times, I find in indie movies, that are nonsensical.
No, and like, so, and I get that you're, especially with an indie film, that you're not having these giant studios pay you to do. You're telling a more intimate story. Yeah. There's still a level of technique that should be respected. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you have things like where they're in that dining room, and instead of just cutting back and forth, you have the person moving the camera like this, not really picking up enough of what each person is saying, and it's out of focus, and it looks sloppy, not artsy.
Yeah,
and that was a big struggle with mine. And why I didn't really like this movie all too much was because it was distracting me from the story.
It was distracting. But I was able to get past that. Good. And also, when they were going to break into song, and they're basically music videos, they used a different camera or something, film stock or something, because there's a noticeable difference between the main story and the musical numbers.
And like you can say, because it gets to be a very high anxiety, chaotic story as it goes along. So you can say that like life is just this ever moving chaos.
Sure.
And these the song numbers are like dream sequences.
Yeah, they're like
which take you out of this chaos.
Exactly.
And, like there's an argument there.
Oh, definitely. I did not have a problem with that. It made total sense. Because like you said earlier, why she's in the musical and the guy's pushing for her, he must be like her or something because she's terrible. Terrible right from get-go. And the other cast members are like, well, why don't we do this? And she's just awful.
So, the plot of the movie, the story of this,
Right.
is that she's got a kid.
Right, it takes place in Washington State in the 1969,
Yeah.
but it was shot in Europe because Lars von Trier is afraid to fly.
Yeah, so this
Looks
is a
like
straight
Washington State.
up, foreign film. Like,
Yeah,
you can
basically.
say it's in
You can. It's set in
Washington,
America.
but I mean it was shot in Europe
It was
by a
shot in
Swedish
Europe.
guy.
Yeah, right.
There's nothing
With a
American
Swedish
about this.
actress who's playing a Czechoslovakian person.
Yeah. So I mean, she's kind of a destitute, kind of poor lady working
Yeah,
at a
she
factory.
is. She works in a factory and lives in a trailer basically behind somebody's house.
Yeah, next to the
David
train.
Morse's house. Yeah, right next to the train tracks.
And she's got a kid who will go blind like she's going blind.
Right, she's got a degenerative eye thing.
condition.
It's what do you call it? When do you get in her genes, whatever. It's genetic. It's
Yeah.
a genetic eye disease. And she wears glasses in this movie with big, thick glasses. And
Like
she had to
me.
wear weird contact lenses to counteract
the weird,
the weird
blurry curvature
of her
fisheye lenses.
of those glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was, you know what I mean? She jumped 2 feet in.
No, she was all about it, and
I
she
was
committed to it.
Yes,
I
she
don't,
is.
for a second, I mean, I don't know how well her acting career is, but I do believe
Well, I think she's got
character,
3 movies. Yeah,
you know?
totally. Yeah, she
Like-
did a good job.
100%.
Yes. And I didn't get any pictures of her because she's a weirdo, man. Like, she was famous for, it must have been the early 90s. She was at the Grammys with this swan dress on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dress, and it looked like a swan with a head and everything. And then if you look up
I
right
think
now,
I know exactly what you're talking
That's
about. I
her,
didn't know
yeah.
that was her.
and if you were to look up, like, just Google Bjork, because I wanted to see, I'm like, she's playing a Czechoslovakian. Isn't she from Iceland? Or whatever, something like that. And then the first picture that comes up of her is she's a weirdo with a weird crap on it, like all out Lady Gaga stuff. And like, she thinks she probably walks around like that all the time. However, she does a great job in
I
this.
don't think it's performative, though. I think that's just kind of who she is.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know?
Yeah. Well, so's Lady Gaga. She's
Yeah.
a weirdo too.
I like Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
Lady
she's
Gaga and I
all
would
right.
probably get along. We're both pretty weird people. So, and she, she's very upset about that. I guess her one escape is doing the Sound of Music.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's really the only thing she's got going for her because
Yeah.
her kid's constantly getting in trouble
Right.
by, the cop who's played by
David Morse,
Morrison.
who's her landlord, is a policeman.
And he, shows up at the factory with him.
Right.
He's like,
Because he skipped school.
so he's a delinquent, and she's got
Yeah.
to worry about that. And you can
Because
tell
she's a single mother in the 60s.
that she's constantly just at pulling at strings.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And for a while there, you think he's trying to help her.
Yeah, definitely.
Being there in a corner and pushing her to pursue her dreams or whatnot, and being a supportive
Right.
person. But it turns out he's not such a good guy.
Well, she's got problems, and the movie focuses on her problems. He's got problems too, which end up being her problems too.
Right. And she's got a fat stack of cash.
Yeah, she's been
Hidden
saving
in
up.
the wall.
She's got that degenerative eye disease, and I don't know if the doctor told her that her son's got it too, or she believes he's
get it.
going to,
So
and he needs an
to have
operation.
the operation and
Right.
not go blind. Like
So she's got $2,056.10 saved up for his operation. Mm-hmm. David Morse, the landlord, came into some money from an inheritance that his wife basically spent, and he indulged her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's broke. He hasn't been making his house payments, and the bank's going to take his house. And he confides this in Bjork and Selma, that's her name.
Selma.
At one point, and he breaks down and is crying and stuff. And then she's like, well, would you like to hear a secret from me? And then she tells him how he's going. But it's basically an exposition dump.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it, that she's going blind and she's saving up the operation costs $3,000 and she's going to do that for her son. And that's why she works so much at the factory. And then she puts bobby pins onto the cards that you would buy at the supermarket or whatever. So she does that on the side too. She's just hustling, trying to make money to make sure her son can see his grandkids, is what they say. So she tells him that, and then he's like, I was going to shoot myself. I just couldn't do it. And the movie is so freaking depressing. There really is no... And then the musical numbers, which are supposed to elevate everything, they're fucking depressing too.
Well,
This movie is depressing, but it was good.
So
So and then he steals her money. He steals her money.
To stop him from doing that, she shoots him.
Yeah, well, she accidentally shoots him at the beginning, but he can't sleep at night, obviously, because he's having his house taken away from him. So he sees that her light's on, and that's when he confides this into her. His wife happened to see him do that, and he told her that Bjork was basically trying to seduce him.
Right.
Asked him to come over in the middle of the night and all that stuff.
Cover for him.
So he steals her money by exploiting her blindness, and he's just up there playing with the money. He's like, well, I'll give it back to you in a month. He's like, that's no good. And she takes the money from him and is going to leave.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm pointing my gun at you. And she's like, I don't believe you. And then feel it. And they kind of tussle around and the gun goes off. Then he's like just begging her to kill him, which his wife sees and thinks is he's begging for his life. But why you would ask a blind person to shoot you is beyond me.
But she shoots him.
She gets him a couple times on accident, and then you see her shooting the floor and all kinds of other stuff. And he's begging her to kill him, so she bashes his head in with the safety deposit box.
Then she gets arrested.
Right.
And
first she takes the money, goes and sets up the operation for her son, and it's all set in what's his name? There was a big dancer in Czechoslovakia, and he tells the doctor her son's name is Gene, whatever the guy's last name was, who was a famous dancer.
Mark Barr.
No, that's not
Mark
it.
Barr. It's Norman.
So
I got the cast of the characters. I'm looking for Gene.
So she sets up the
has a-
operation with the doctor, who's played by Udo Kier, because she knows she's going to get arrested, which she does eventually get arrested after another depressing number. God, this whole movie everything about it is just sad. It's just everything is.
But then she goes to trial,
Yep.
and I think they're offer like, hey, if you pay this lawyer, he can get you out.
Yeah. Okay. She's found guilty of murder.
Yes.
And is sentenced to death by hanging.
Hanging.
And there might be a stay of execution. The law might change. And Catherine Devaneux, she entrusts. She's like, I wrote a letter to my son, and he's got what he's supposed to do to go get his eyes fixed. So that woman takes the money back to hire a lawyer to get her off. Well, so that she don't get the death penalty. And she's like, you're screwing everything up, lady.
Yeah, she's like, no, I want my kid to have the surgery. We can't swing it this way. So she basically sacrifices herself.
Yeah, for his eyesight.
Yeah. And she goes to the gallows, and she
gets
dies.
hung. Yeah.
And then they sing at the end there too, or is it just music?
I think it might be just music. Oh, when they're showing like the clips and playing the credits. Is that what you're talking about?
No, like when she gets hung, I thought, or maybe they cut to her singing from the musical. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure she was just screaming Gene and stuff right before she got hung. There was a musical number on the way to the gallows.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
A sad... Oh my God! It's basically just counting. She's like, it's 170 steps from her cell to where they hang you, and and that's what the song is basically. Because the woman, a guard who was kind of befriends her, who was played by the same actress that was Elaine's roommate in Seinfeld. That lady's a good actress because she doesn't play her anything like either of those people. And that's what the whole song is. She's counting the steps to the gallows, and the song goes along with it. It's just depressing.
Yeah, this isn't a very uplifting movie.
It's not uplifting at all.
It doesn't have a single...
It's down pushing.
Uplifting moment, I would say.
Nothing is uplifting, right? Gene's going to get the operation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good.
I guess,
but he's kind of a troubled kid at this age. Now his mom's going to be hung. I don't think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Well, he goes to live with Catherine Deneuve, so maybe she'll turn him around. I don't know. She cares about him. Yeah.
We'll have to see it in the sequel.
Or maybe he's Jack, and he's a serial killer.
Well, there you go. That's why it ties into the next one. But this movie, little production notes, they say that the film title suggests that Fred Astaire and Sid Charsity's duet Dancing in the Dark from 1953's film The Bandwagon coincides with this musical theater theme.
Okay.
I didn't get that. Nope. I thought when this movie was called Dancer in the Dark because he was gonna David Morris's character was gonna have an affair with her and like fall in love with her kind of thing, and because she's gone blind and it's a dark kind of thing, they are the dancers in the dark,
right?
You know what I mean, and play on that kind of thing, and that's where your conflict is going to come in, where now it's like an infidelity movie, and she might die at the end because of jealousy or whatever, right? But like, I didn't really get any kind of this is a reference to this musical theater trope or this any theater trope.
But that could be my fault because I'm not really into musical theater or musicals at all. But I thought she was going to be a dancer and that was her passion, which I don't care about at all. I don't like dancing. I don't get it. Don't watch Dancing with the Stars. None of that. I don't get it. And, because she's going blind and now her passion's going to go, blah, blah. That's what I thought it was going to be. Nope. Nope. Nothing like that.
No. And
because her dancing is essentially a hobby and she only wants to tap dance because she likes the musicals. Yeah, and they do it a lot in that.
Yeah. And they're doing The Sound of Music, which doesn't have any tap dancing in it.
And she's told not to do it.
So it's kind of weird that that's in there.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't say that I would change necessarily any of this because you do kind of get the sense that it is an artist telling a story.
Right.
But there are some things I feel like could have been cut out or just left on the writer's floor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even the glowing blind stuff, I don't even think that's necessarily integral to the story.
Yeah, right. It's really just watching her be pathetic. Like when she's trying to walk, she follows the railroad tracks home because she doesn't want to be boyfriends with her boyfriend to be what's his name, Peter Stormare, who obviously likes her.
Yeah.
And she does end up warming up to him when she needs him. But she's walking along the railroad tracks and she's blind to get home. You know what I mean?
It's almost
more to make it more, just a little more pathetic and sad.
Yeah, well, you can sympathize with her more.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
And,
But if
I
she
think
wasn't
you
going
could've-
blind, it would still be.
Yeah, I mean,
just
she
as
could
good.
still be a down on her luck single mother
Working in a
living
factory.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
she's just has a dream of living in a big house, becoming big in musical theater,
Yep.
and going to Broadway, which is kind of. I mean, I haven't seen enough to say that, but it feels more like that would be the story of the American dream.
Right. Yeah.
know?
It's not an American dream story
No.
or even an American nightmare story. It's just a sad
Just
story.
well, and with the way it's filmed, it kind of feels like it's a TV documentary.
It does.
You know?
Yeah, they do. Like I said, you noticed that shaky cam stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't as distracting for me. And she likes going to the movie theater. Her and Catherine Devanue go to the movie theater to watch musicals, which doesn't seem plausible in their little tiny rural small town where they have in the middle of the afternoon you can go watch a musical that other people are at because she's going blind, so let's go see a movie. What? And Catherine explains to her what's going on, and a guy keeps getting pissed off.
That they're doing that.
Yeah, and
That was also kind of strangely shot. It felt like because they would cut to him, and he's like just in this void of darkness.
Yeah.
Just kind of like keeping turning over. I don't know. It just felt weird.
yeah, he was supposed to be played by Lars von Trier, and he decided to cast an actor because he thought his basically hatred for Bjork would
Be
be
shown too
overacting.
much?
Yeah,
Oh, but for the musical sequences on this, they did shoot it with over 100 different digital cameras, all at once. All shooting
digital. That's the
everything.
difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You could tell the difference. Obviously, it's not. I'm not saying that in a bad way. They purposely made them look different.
Right. But so, and they shortened the filming schedule because you had every single angle you could possibly want. So you just cut that up instead of,
Yeah, right.
We'll film it over here, we'll film
Yeah.
it over there, film it over here, and then make your cut. So they just filmed everything they could, sliced it up, diced it up, gave it to you in a nice warm pocket.
Yeah, and they look like musical numbers from song
they're,
and
they're
dance.
very well
numbers.
choreographed. The
Yeah, pretty cool.
DVD I got has a commentary with the choreographer alone, who did play the choreographer for the musical. So
That guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
is the choreographer,
Huh, what do you know?
which is a cool little thing.
That is
they
a
had
cool
in there.
thing. Yeah. I also like to. She says that she loves musicals, but she always leaves at the second to last song, so that the movie just keeps going on forever instead
Yeah.
of having an ending that she finds depressing.
So, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of like fun facts about this movie or behind the
Because there's
scenes
nothing
stuff.
fun about it.
No, and it is kind
And
of
even shooting it, everybody was pissed off at everybody.
And because the style, the more guerrilla filmmaking feel of it, I've got written down here that a Danish locomotive and a Swedish train operator were painted in like a North American scheme. But that's not really a fun fact. That's just like, okay, so they got other
right,
trains
yeah.
and painted them look American. It's
Right.
not really. I don't know. I don't have a lot of fun little behind the scenes stuff, which kind of sucks because this movie feels like it has stuff that could have been talked about.
Right. Well,
And maybe more on the commentary. They do talk a lot more about it. I didn't get to finish the commentary. The lady doing it was just praising the hell out of Lars. It's like, oh, he's just such a visionary, and he's done all these other movies. And it's like, okay, well, you doing a documentary on how cool Lars is taken away from this movie that I'm trying to watch. So I got to
Yeah.
turn the commentary off.
Yeah,
and
right.
Just
I'll
watch
tell
the
you a
movie
couple
again.
things that I didn't put in here because in one of the things I was reading, it was controversies, and Lars might not be the best guy. Like he claims he was a Nazi. And, like where he's from, he had a lot of. He's like Kanye, like that kind of. The guy had good ideas, but you can't really praise
Kanye doesn't
Hitler.
have a single good idea.
No, them saying Hitler had good ideas.
Oh well,
You know what I mean?
but
He's like
hang
that,
on.
and I guess like his dad might have actually been a Nazi, and it's just there's a lot of weird shit like
Yeah.
that.
But this one agreed with a lot of that stuff too. Listening to his audiobook done by his daughter, you're like, oh, okay, because he was well traveled and he went over there right after World War I and was like, well, this is great culture. This is awesome. I love this stuff. This is awesome. And then you got this politician who's just like, yeah, we got to re-richen the German culture and make Germany
Yeah.
great again.
Right, basically. I guess that's what Cabaret's about too. You know what I'm talking about, Cabaret?
The musical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never seen it, but I watched the thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's a rite of passage for any musical theater.
I guess it
kids.
would be, yeah. And I'm talking about the Liza Minnelli one, obviously, the movie. And I guess the way that whoever made that movie made it, like the audience and the Cabaret is bohemian kind of people,
Mm-hmm.
and slowly as the film goes on, they become more Nazis, and you're supposed to be
Sympathetic to it?
no, one of them. Like it transforms you into being one of the bad people, which I think is a cool idea. But I don't know if I'll watch
That's
that.
interesting. But I was watching this movie, and I couldn't help but kind of wonder and ponder and like kind of put it in my head. Have you heard of a movie called Baal? It's Baal.
No,
It's a German movie.
is it about a demon?
No,
Okay.
you might be thinking of like Haxan or something like that.
Well, I know Haxie when you're talking about, but I think Ball is the name of a demon or something.
So
That's why I said that.
it's not a musical, but there's enough like voiceover to where it almost feels like it's supposed to be a musical. It's based on a play about the worst human being that could ever exist. And it's supposed to be like you can't make a movie out of this because there is no redeeming qualities about this character, and you're following this character for almost 2 hours
Right.
of this runtime, and by the end of it you just want him dead. Like not even like oh, I love to hate him kind of thing.
Right.
He's just a scumbag dirtbag and you're forced to watch him do things.
Right.
So, and that's also an art house movie too. And I was thinking about it, like, you've got this over melodramatic kind of Swedish, I'm going to call this a Swedish movie, about somebody who goes blind and they are trying to look out for the kid. And then over here on this end, you've got just, how do I make a movie where I don't want my audience to like my movie? And you've got these two camps of art house movies. I don't think anything like this exists in the States. You know what I mean? Like you don't have
Yeah, I know what you kind of mean.
these styles.
Like even David Lynch is his darkness isn't depressing. Do you know what I
I don't
mean?
know about that because I saw a David Lynch movie recently that we'll cover soon, and I was like, "Wow, this is hard to get through. This is dark. This is pretty depressing."
I think they're dark. I just don't get the depression part. Whereas this is just sad and
And it's-
depressing, and it takes place in Washington State, which is overcast. The
All the
most
time, it's
rainy
always
one,
cloudy
yeah.
and rainy.
And it's just dreary,
Mm-hmm.
not dread, but dreary.
But you don't. I can't think of an American movie where you're not supposed to leave this theater feeling good about what you just saw, or you are supposed to hate what you just saw.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't. I
Not really.
can't
Like
think of a
Taxi
single one.
Driver.
Well, even that's got kind of a happy ending.
Yeah, kind of a happy ending.
You know?
It's like we do this light.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because these people, they're
Yeah.
inspirations on America. Like Martin
Yeah,
Scorsese is a big fan of the Bicycle Thieves movie,
Francis Truffaut.
which is not I would even say a great movie by today's standards. But he watched it and he loved it, and I don't think he's made a single thing like it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you developed your own
That's what I was
artistic
getting
thing,
at, kind
but
of.
like
But yeah,
I just it's so kind of impressive
70s
to think
movies
about that.
would be the
closest
place to
we get.
look. Yeah.
but
Because
even
like
then,
Fingers,
I guess
that's Harvey
Chinatown.
Keitel, huh?
Chinatown might be the
Chinatown,
closest to
yeah.
that.
There's no, but it's not depressing all the way through, and then it's like shit happens and you die. That's the whole philosophy of this movie.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas like these other ones are
they're kind of fantasies.
almost, yeah.
You know, compared to these other European movies, they're almost like a fantasy story, like a book that you would read.
Right.
You know, like this one doesn't have a happy ending, but our hero
Yeah.
doesn't die. Or this
Like
one,
McCormack, what's his name? They wrote The Road. They're all depressing too.
yeah, man, I can't think of that name.
McCormack, that's his first name.
Cormac. Is it Cormac McKinley or something? I don't know.
remember.
I can't think of it.
Sorry, people. We messed that up. But you know who I'm talking about. And No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. You okay? Sorry. I just, just thinking about it, and like, I kind of want to challenge the American Film Institute or the American Film
Yeah,
Society.
good luck with that. Because we have Hollywood.
that.
That's why. And Hollywood, you got to watch, you got to get indie movies to see that kind of stuff at all.
Okay,
Because
that's true.
Hollywood is not going to do that.
Because these movies, I mean, like, this is a pretty under the cuff movie that you wouldn't have heard of.
I've never heard of it.
A lot of those movies are too, but they did make money. Like, hey, I got this one's box office.
And wasn't it, I think it was like double what its budget was.
Yeah, so on a budget of $12.5 million, it made $45.6 million dollars.
That's
really,
times.
really good.
Yeah.
You know? And so just like, it's just strange to me, like how, because we're not the inventors of the motion picture, I don't think.
I think we might be.
I
I think Thomas Edison had something to do with that. Yeah, because in Auburn, New York, there's a theater for that, or I mean, a museum for. Yeah, we came up with that. Yeah,
I'm not talking about like the horses, where they.
the horses and Birth of a Nation, all that kind of stuff. That's all.
Yeah, I guess I never really think of that one.
yeah,
It's always out.
right.
Okay, so we are the
Yeah,
people who
we
put
are.
our foot through the door first. Why? I wonder why. I wonder why it's so.
Probably because the
strange.
way it
And our culture, I guess.
it grew. Yeah, it was more of a control thing, like with the studio system back then, where you're under contract and.
And that's
This
it.
week I'm shooting this movie, and next week I'm shooting that one, and that's what I get paid $15 a week.
Because like you go back to even Nosferatu, right? You've seen the original Nosferatu.
Yeah,
If I would have told you that that's just a silent film from California, it doesn't not feel that way.
right.
But it's a German film
Yeah,
that is a phenomenal. Like it's a technical marvel for what it
yeah,
is.
and it's scary.
It's one of the first colored movies because they use filters
Yeah.
to get colors on it, which was not really seen, if at all.
Right.
Like the original Phantom of the Opera, the silent Phantom of the Opera, like they painted the film,
Yeah,
like that. It's just
and that Hexon or whatever you just meant.
the Haxon.
I think they did
German
that.
movie?
They colored it like that too.
Yeah, so like it's not that we're not afraid to revolutionize things in
No.
movies. Like we
No.
do it all the time. It's just what is about our market that just doesn't lend itself to these kind of things? Why don't we have movie theaters anymore dedicated to indie movies
Right.
and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because they're out there. Everybody
Yeah.
is making movies now. They're putting them up on YouTube. I don't know
Sure.
how many times you can go on YouTube right now and find some of the greatest things you'll ever watch that are just 2 minutes long.
Yeah, they got great short films on
Yeah.
YouTube. I deep dive them lots of times.
And like, why not? Like,
Even with animation too.
and like I know that you'd have to pay to have it playing there, and then obviously got to have it paid to get made. But like I just see it feels like a tremendous missed opportunity in our market,
Yeah.
especially now.
It might be our bias, though.
in the era of streaming. Going to the movie theater isn't as
It's not
popular
yeah.
anymore.
That's
so
really sad.
everything's on a downslide. But I don't know. it's just
Records are
strange.
making a comeback.
Yeah, vinyl came back, and they've got cassette tapes now. People are putting out their albums on cassette tape. Sleep Token, I think, just had
Really?
one on cassette. One of those movies just put it out on VHS. I don't remember which
I don't know
one.
why you would do that.
It might have been Malignant or something like that. Was
Malignant?
released on VHS. So like there's obviously a little bit of a niche audience for this stuff.
Right.
It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be huge, but like
And I think that's the thing. It's a niche audience, and the money's not there.
yeah.
It's not sustainable.
But why is it over there? Like I got a buddy who talks about like, and I, it was funny because he's like, well, yeah, the people in Denmark, they have a different style of film, and
Right.
while that's true and everything, he's like, if you go to a Denmark movie theater, you're gonna see like 5 indie movies and then maybe Mission Impossible.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, that's kind of a cool idea. I went on Regal,
Uh-huh.
found a Regal in Denmark, pulled up what they're playing. It was all box office blockbusting movies and no indie movies at all.
That's funny.
I thought that was really funny, just kind of how it is.
But you know what? Mission Impossible movies are good.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun.
They're fun
They're
versus
not-
this
they're not
movie, which is...
depressing. I kind of, and
I was
there's
looking
part
for
of me
rope.
that kind of didn't like this movie because of the way it was filmed. But then
What did you say?
That I didn't like this
You
movie.
didn't like it because of the way it was filmed?
Because of the way it was
yeah.
filmed. But then I was like, doing all this research, rereading the plot and stuff like that, and kind of going over it in my head, and I was like, yeah, this is all kinds of up my alley.
You know what that is? Art.
Yeah,
See, you thought about it
it
quite a bit
it stayed with
afterwards.
me.
It
It's
made
staying
you
with
think
me
about
now.
it. Yeah.
I watched this movie a week ago,
Right.
loaned it to you,
Yeah.
and then for the past week was formulating all my thoughts and stuff like that
Yeah.
while I was about to watch another one.
Right.
And even watching this movie that we'll do next week, I was like, okay, so I can kind of see parallels between this and this one, and how David Lynch might have been
I can see where David Lynch was an influence on Lars
stuff
von
like
Trier.
this, yeah.
Sure.
and I don't know anything really about Lars, but like it would
I don't
feel
either.
like he would have been like David Lynch would have been a person Lars looked to, and he was like, oh, I really like the way he did this, or
Right.
how he
Especially
captured
like
that, or
Eraserhead and the Elephant Man.
yeah, and like just the tone and vibe and how. Like, it's nothing shot for shot, but it's just there's a flavor in there that
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, it's a flavor because you're not going to notice parallels. But when you say that, you're like, yep, I can see
Yeah.
that.
Like
Right.
if I point it out to you, then you'd be like, oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. But overall, I would say if you are open to a more,
If you like indie movies, you probably like it.
what's the word? Not like ethereal, but like more of a intellectual kind of movie where you gotta like, you have to
definitely got to
engage
pay
with it.
attention to this movie. You can't be on your phone doing
No.
something while it's on.
You almost can't take notes while you watched it.
Yeah, right. That's true. Because I tried doing it too, and
I
I'm
was
like,
struggling with that.
and then the songs came on. I'm like, I don't care about this, and the songs are so depressing too. It's an anti-musical, basically.
Yeah.
The story's not happy. There's not a happy ending. The songs aren't happy.
So
There's nothing happy about this.
movies like After Hours and Wild at Heart are known as dark comedy or black comedies.
Yeah. Lots
This is
of times,
a dark musical.
Yeah.
it is what those movies are to comedies. This is to music.
It was called on Wikipedia. I didn't write it down. It's I think they say dark psychological musical.
Yeah, that's how I introduced it, with the psychological music.
It's nuts.
It's definitely something. It's an experience. I'm glad I went on that journey. I'm glad I watched
Yeah, I
it.
am too. And it's just that idea of a sad musical. It's just
And
that
like,
very good, Lars. Good job. He's somebody to definitely check out.
yeah, absolutely.
He's got good ideas because that house that Jack built, The house that Jack built is made out of people. He's a serial killer,
Oh,
and he's terrible.
spoiler.
And then he, no, that's not a spoiler. But at the end of, I won't even say the end, is it makes you really think about it. It's a piece of art. 'Cause
I like movies like that.
yeah, it's good. It's worth checking out. Lars is I'm going to check out more of his stuff if I'm in a good mood. Because if you're
Don't
not
go
in a
into
good
it
mood,
upset.
yeah, you don't want to put
the
your head in the
wall.
oven. Man,
Even so, and like we brought up, he's got some controversial stuff going on.
yeah, he does.
I can separate the art from the artist pretty easily. You know, like I think
Sometimes, yeah, I
Chinatown
can.
is one of the greatest movies ever
That's the
made.
time. That's the one I do too. But
Roman, I will never
Yeah.
give that guy a pass
no.
ever.
And The Ninth Gate is really good too.
Rosemary's Baby is a movie we've been
Rosemary's
asked to
Baby is
cover
freaking
on this
great.
podcast.
You know what I
haven't.
watched recently?
What?
Apartment 7C or something. In Rosemary's Baby, they talk about the last person in that apartment. It's that girl.
Huh.
And it was pretty good.
Wow! Look at that.
And they get a lady, I think her name was Ruth Gordon. She was the actress in Rosemary's Baby. And they get, I can't think of her name. But she does basically a Ruth Gordon impression. And it works great. It was a really good movie.
So if you
And
if
that's
you're open
depressing
to it,
too. It's like she's getting impregnated by the devil. And look, I'm talking about it all happy. This poor woman, I just want to.
But yeah, so if you can separate the art from the artist, if you can really put yourself out there and walk that line,
Yeah.
explore these artists, because a lot of the times, a lot of the best movies you'll ever see will have something controversial.
Yeah, lots
surrounding
of times, yeah. And I have no problem separating the art from the artist in this case because I had no freaking idea anything about him.
it. Right. He was never big enough to be in my zeitgeist.
No,
no. And I mean, I'm not the arbiter of who's popular or not. But
Right, yeah.
I've been watching.
You are in your world,
movies,
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I've never heard of them. But I'm glad I checked it out, and I do suggest it to all of you guys. and everybody in this room. Dance from the Dark was not something that I
It was good.
dreaded getting through.
It was good. And that's all I'm going to say because I can't recommend it. It's so depressing. Really. It's really depressing.
But I like that. I like pushing you. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Push yourself.
It definitely did that.
Take that plunge because it'll
And part-
change you. You'll be a different person when
Yeah,
you come out
right.
on the
You
other
will.
side.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah.
And I think maybe more of what I liked, my reaction to it is because it was not what I was expecting
You liked
at
it more.
all. Yeah, I liked it and was giving it way more.
Yeah, I don't think it was
gave it a
pretentious at
try.
all or,
No,
or,
not at
or
all.
too
Not
full of
at all.
itself. And when
Lars
you were
is a
saying
good-
that, when I was like, I was talking about it, you're like, man, this sounds like a pretentious movie. I didn't say anything, but in my head, I was like, it's not. And I don't think when you watch this, you'll feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you
And I
didn't.
want to know how you
Yeah,
would come out of it. And you came out of it really liking it, which
Yeah.
is pretty awesome.
it is.
But
Same
that's
was like Coraline.
yeah,
I
exactly.
was
Just
not. I
like
didn't
Coraline.
give two craps about Coraline, and I was like, wow.
It's so good. But I don't have anything else really to talk about this movie. Do you have any closing?
No, and this is not a movie for Randy Official
No, I don't think Randy would
at
have
all.
even kind of enjoyed it. I think he might have turned it off. Even
Yeah, like probably before there
10
were
minutes.
people in it.
because Randy's a mystery. Because he'll sit there and he'll watch anime like it's good, and
If
then
it's
he'll
cartoons, I watch it.
cartoons.
Pretty much it.
Anime's all right though. It's pretty.
That's good.
You know,
I can get into that.
You know, it's funny.
lots of
Around
times.
the time we were doing Akira, I have something else to say that I've been forgetting to say. A while back, I said they should do Kong v Godzilla in the Criterion Collection, and they did. I forgot to say that.
The old one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did say that.
I said it to you, but I
Oh,
never said
okay.
it here.
Yeah.
Because I was blown away. It's in, if you get the Godzilla
right.
collection,
Yeah.
it's in there. And I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna go back to it and see if they've got those bonus features and stuff like that. A
That would be
commentary
cool.
on how it was done, because that movie is insane.
Insanely as bad. It's just bad.
But yeah, so check it out. Check everything out. They have an Akira steelbook now. Right
Nice.
around the time we put out our Akira episode,
Of course.
it came out, and I was like, "Wow, look at that!
Yeah.
We're trendsetters." But I am Cheese Film,
And I am Haggubus.
and this has been Randy Officials
The Grindhouse Podcast.
Cheese Film.